Well, guys, we have some horrific news to talk about. I get up this morning and I find out that many people have died because an American Airlines plane and a Blackhawk helicopter actually crashed near Washington, D.C., near the Potomac River. No one has survived. And we actually do have some horrific video footage here of the crash. I believe this happened early in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. I get up this morning and I turn on the news and I find out about this thing. And I'm like, whoa. Now, Rhodes did do a sports angle to this on the sports channel because some Russian and American athletes also perished because of this crash right here. But if you actually watch this video right here, there's no sound to it. I believe this is just a surveillance video right around here. You can actually see the bam. Wow. I mean, that is just horrific, guys. So you can see one of the planes right here. This is probably the helicopter right here is what I'm assuming. And right here is the airplane, the American Airlines plane. And then you can just see them just collide with each other. A massive explosion. There's no way that anyone could actually survive that. I mean, rest in peace, man, to everyone that lost their lives. This is just an horrific tragedy, folks. Oh my God. Wow. And apparently, guys, this is actually the fault, I believe, of the Blackhawk helicopter. That's an Army helicopter, guys. And then before I actually pulled up this video, I saw this one over here. Now, this is astonishing right here, guys, because right here in this post, you can see here it says, here's the flight path of the Blackhawk helicopter. It took off from Langley, nearly collided with two other planes along the way, and then changed direction at the last minute to crash into American Airlines flight 5342. Wow. I mean, this is pretty wild right here, guys. So right here near the first crash right there, almost collided with one plane and almost collided with a second plane. Now, could it be that the helo wasn't actually following the recommendations of the air traffic controllers? Maybe that's what it could have been. This is just terrific, man. This is very, very tragic. It's pretty astonishing, man, that they almost hit two other planes. Oh my God. So right over here on Breitbart, military helicopter collides with airliner at Reagan National. No survivors, says fire chief. Wow. I mean, just based on that video footage, guys, you know that no one was going to survive that. Because they do have an update here. It says Fire Chief John Donnelly reports the mission is moving from a rescue phase to a recovery phase. He confirms there were no survivors from the Wednesday night crash. Wow. So let's go ahead and listen in to this clip right here.
We are now at a point where we are switching from a rescue operation to a recovery operation. At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident. And we have recovered 27 people from the plane and 1 from the helicopter.
Wow, 27.
The district office of the medical examiner has lead on reuniting these bodies and these people with their loved ones, and we will continue to work to find all the bodies and collect them and reunite them with their loved ones. We should also acknowledge that the Virginia medical examiner and the Army medical examiner are involved in this operation and a very important part of getting the people identified.
Man, 27 people died on the American Airlines plane and one from the helo. Wow, and then one in the helo was a soldier. Man. I believe this may be another video clip here. Let's check this one out.
Despite all those efforts, we are now at a point where we are switching from a rescue operation to a recovery operation. At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident. And we have recovered 27 people from the plane and one from the helicopter. The district office of the medical examiner has lead on reuniting these bodies and these people with their loved ones, and we will continue to work to find all the bodies and collect them and reunite them with their loved ones. We should also acknowledge that the Virginia medical examiner and the Army medical examiner are involved in this operation and a very important part of getting people identified.
Man. I mean, this is just very, very sad. Very sad. Curtis Hawk right here writes, Firefighters Union president on MSNBC about what divers are facing in the Potomac trying to recover people from the American Airlines Blackhawk helicopter crash. So right here, let's listen into this.
But this is a very dangerous dive this time of night. You're talking about extremely cold water, swift water. The tide is moving in the river. It's very dark, zero visibility. You're talking about a confined space that you would be searching in the aircraft fuselage, the cockpit, and the helicopter. You're looking at potential entanglements that divers could get caught up into, as well as trying to free those victims. So we know that it's a very dangerous dive tonight. I know that they're still diving and rescue operations, but our commitment as firefighters would be that we'd want to make sure that we delivered those everyone that we can possibly get home to their loved ones.
Those waters, you mentioned it, are about 35 degrees. How does that impact the rescue efforts? What's it like for those divers out there?
Well, it's very cold for the divers, but they are equipped for that. They train for this. It's something that they know that they're going to be diving in this type of weather, and that's what they train for. Of course, as far as trying to rescue victims, that's one of the considerations that the incident commanders will be taking into consideration as they make decisions on whether or not to move to a recovery operation versus a rescue operation.
Dozens of firefighters are on the scene and they're engaged in dive operations. So how many people would be in the water at once?
I would estimate that there's probably about 50 divers in the water right now.
Wow.
50 divers. This is a massive wreckage and challenging conditions. In terms of how risky this is for first responders, how would you rank it?
Well, it's right up at the top. I mean, it's the middle of the night. They have zero visibility. They have, I'm understanding that part of this is in some shallower water. It would have disturbed the debris, the sediment at the bottom of the river. The current itself is a very complicating factor. Trying to dive and swim through the current is challenging. It also moves the debris field to a larger searchable area. We usually do grid searches. It also brings in that current, brings in the possibility that debris was moved farther down the river. So the search would be even wider and wider.
Man. Rest in peace to everyone that lost their lives. Now, President Trump has responded, and he posted on Truth Social, the airplane was on a perfect and routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight at the airplane for an extended period of time. It is a clear night. The lights on the plane were blazing. Why didn't the helicopter go up or down or turn? Why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter what to do instead of asking if they saw the plane? This is a bad situation that looks like it should have been prevented. Not good. I mean, President Trump is right. He's right. I mean, I used to actually control aircraft when I was in the Navy. And this is pretty wild. I don't know all the circumstances, and I don't know exactly what was said by the air traffic controllers to the Blackhawk. But based on, that animated clip showing how they almost collided with two other planes before this, yeah, something is not right. Something is definitely not right. Oh, look at this here. Right here. Now, this was updated at 12:05 a.m. An audio recording of what appears to be a conversation between an air traffic controller and first responder dispatchers indicates the aircraft crashed into the Potomac. Quote, I just saw a fireball, and then it was just gone when we saw that. She said the crash occurred about a half mile of the approach end of runway 33. So, wow, let's listen into this.
Fire Command. The accident happened in the river. Both the helicopter and the plane crashed in the river. It's east of the approach end of runway 33. It was probably out in the middle of the river. I just saw a fireball and then it was just gone. So I haven't seen anything since they hit the river, but it was a CRJ and a helicopter that hit. I would say maybe a half mile off the approach end of 33.
Man, devastating news, man. Absolutely devastating news. Now, Reagan is going to be closed. Well, today's Thursday. They said at least until 5 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow on Friday, the 31st. Man. So there you have it, man. I'm going to leave right there, man. Rest in peace to everyone that lost their lives. Pray for their families. At least 27 people so far that we know have died, no survivors. And of course, one person on the helo as well. So there you have it, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.